What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK, giving y'all two reaction videos today. Look at that. We back to like some normal programming. Today's video is about Marcus Morris sharing his thoughts on the whole Luka Doncic trade. And he's breaking down some things that is very interesting as far as Luka Doncic and Markieff Morris and everything that went on with that trade. And I wanted to share it with y'all today. Enough of the fluff. Let's get straight to the stuff. This video is from the Kevin O'Connor show. Although I'm not a fan of his tweets sometimes. He's got a show and he has a player on there, and that player had a pretty good take when it comes to this trade. So salute to Kevin O'Connor. Let's go ahead and let's check this out.
As well, your brother Markieff got traded there.
Yeah.
What was the reaction between you guys when you found that out?
Crazy story, man. We just so happened to be on the phone late night one day. You know, we've talked a lot. You know what I mean? We talk basketball, we talk sports, we talk our podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we do sports betting a lot. Not NBA, but college, NFL. So
yeah, got to clear that up. Definitely got to clear that up, because if you would have said NBA, oh man, Keith would have been in trouble.
You know, we were just going over the games or like nightly thing. He just landed or whatever. And just this particular night, we just was chopping it up about hoop. And I'm like, man, like, how y'all doing over there in Dallas? Like, you think y'all gonna make any trades? And that was crazy, because that was the real conversation. I'm like, you think y'all gonna do something? And I'm not gonna tell you who he said was gonna get traded, but he like, yeah, it's going X, Y, and Z. Those guys, they gonna get traded. That's what they looking at, you know.
Damn. Huh. I wonder who the guys were. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Probably the things Marcel caught wind of. Remember when Marcel caught wind of the players that Nico was supposedly looking at? That's kind of cool. Could have been. You never know.
Looking to upgrade, and for some reason he just took like a pause, and he like, bro, the GM just texted me. I'm like, he just texted you. What did he say? He like, no, this can't be real. And I'm like, what happened? So he told me, like, basically, you know, he's been traded. So I'm like, you've been traded? Like, how? Why? To who? Like, why would they even trade you? You're not playing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everybody knew the leadership that he brought to Dallas. So it was like, it didn't even make sense, right?
Yeah.
So he like, just let me give you a call back. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm sitting there with my wife, and I'm like, damn, they just traded Keith. I think he might retire, actually. Because he was telling me, like, man, I can't do this no more. Like, he just bought a house in Dallas, right? So he was just doing that, and he was just like, man, it's just too much of the.
And that's kind of messed up, bro. Nico traded two players that had just bought houses in Dallas. That is so cold-blooded. That is so effed up, bro. Damn, man. Nico is a snake, y'all. He's a snake, and I don't know if y'all have seen I guess like some of the conclusions or coming out of that book, The Wonder Boy, with Tim McMahon. Basically, Nico was just scared or couldn't communicate with Luka and wanted to control. It was all ego-based, and he was a coward. He couldn't be a man and talk to Luka. What a snake, bro.
At this point, I'm not even playing. It's like I'm almost babysitting at this point. So he was like, I'm done. I don't even care where I'm going to. 3 minutes later, he called me back. He said, bro, Luka Doncic has just...
Doncic. Oh, Marcus, it is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, not Doncic. Doncic is probably one of the worst ways to say it. Doncic is top 5 worst ways to say it. Doncic is top 5 worst ways to say it. Doncic is like, Doncic is top 2. Doncic is number 1. Doncic is like, mid-tier. Doncic is the correct way.
Been traded. And I'm like, what the can I curse?
Yeah, you can
I'm
curse.
like, what the how is Luka Doncic traded? Like, does that even make sense? So now when he said the Lakers, I said, you going to the Lakers, right? He's like, hell yeah, I'm going to Lakers. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you know, you might just have won another championship. Like, literally, you really might just have won a championship. And the part about it that I think a lot of people don't see is that Keith and Luka has a really good relationship, like a really good relationship. So I think that they probably noticed that, and they wanted, you know what I mean, Luka to feel better, to go into a new place where you have somebody that's, that's been a teammate also. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's been a teammate of him. And then Max Kleber, he's been injured, so no one really talking about him.
It's kind of crazy if y'all remember the bubble series where Luka and Morris got into it. Full circle is like, now he's cool with the family. Like, it's pretty cool.
I think the dynamic of that really helped, and also Keith played there. So the Lakers really wanted him to come. Brian asked for him to come. So it was like the dynamic, once I sat and back and thought about it, I was like, it actually might help your career now. It might give you a breath of fresh air. We're doing a little media thing with the podcast, so it might actually help, right? And the entire time, I just couldn't put my finger on why the would they trade Luka Doncic.
Have you had any clarity since then?
I didn't. I really don't. And I still, this is no disrespect to any of the players. Like Anthony Davis is a really good player, really good career. I don't think that match. I just didn't think it matched, up to what Luka has done, like this far in his career, such a short career of like the scoring ties, the triple doubles, getting to the championship, right? If he had a few beers or whatever that may be. But let me just take you back when I seen Michael Finley take that beer out of his hand.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people might not have looked at that, but as a player.
Man, before he goes, when I first saw this, I think I was on a live stream. I think it was probably a Midnight Madness episode. I'm going to have to find it. Actually, I'm going to find it. After the championship win, and I shared this image, and I was like, I hope this doesn't lead to something. I said, I just hope it doesn't lead to something. I'm gonna find that clip and then I'm gonna share it again, but ultimately it did, bro. Damn.
I didn't like how that looked, right? Like, we just won, we celebrate and have a beer, it's cameras, and you kind of take that away from me. It's like almost you're trying to like hint at something, right? And I did as a player at that stature, I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree how they kind of try to paint that picture. So now, fast forward, you kind of painting that picture the entire time that he has a drinking problem, that he's overweight, right? And I don't feel as though that has anything to do with his play. Yes, he was injured. A lot of players get injured all the time. A lot of players take a long time to come back, but his production level is through the roof.
Yeah.
So how do you sum up, okay, it's time to trade this guy? Like, how did that come to your mind? And then not only that you trade him to the LA Lakers, a team that you have to see every year, 4 times a year in the playoffs. So what do you think is about to happen when he goes to the Lakers? You think he's going to be, who you think? He's going to be Luka Doncic 0.20. He's going to kill. He has the best player possibly ever. Now he can see the work ethic. Now you can see what goes into the day and day of being greatness, right? So
LeBron.
If I'm Dallas, man, I'm looking at all that. I'm not just looking at trading Luka Doncic. I'm trading Luka Doncic that I still have to see every year. Now, if you trade him to the East Coast for Jason Tatum, let's say, now you don't got to see him. Different conference.
Yeah.
You don't have to see him no more. Like, then that makes sense. But now you still have to see this. You have to see this 4 times a year. We talking about possibly the best player in the NBA for years to come, because what he doesn't need athleticism. He might could do the same thing for 10 more years, literally.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
now that's a good point. Damn, that's a good point. Luka's game does not require the super athleticism. I totally agree. Luka can legit play like this. Damn. As long as he doesn't have a catastrophic injury, right? Like the Mavericks are hoping he does. That's crazy. That's crazy. He made a great point there.
I mean, and now LeBron's career could be extended as well. Playing with Luka. I mean, I still can't wrap my head around it. It's been over a month now.
I can't.
I still can't believe it actually happened. And obviously LeBron is out injured right now. Hopefully, he's able to be healthy come playoff time and all that. But Luka playing with this guy, you might see the best version of Luka ever as well. Despite the heights that he's already reached, he still hasn't won an MVP.
Right. But
you could see the best version of Luka ever as well. And so, are you surprised? One thing I'm curious about with the Lakers,
I think that was that was it for that little segment. So yeah, man, this is Kevin O'Connor, the Kevin O'Connor show. He had Marcus Morris on there. I thought that was a great conversation there. I definitely do think that was a great conversation. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up that old video. Give me a second. I couldn't find it. I'll still keep looking for it. Anyway, man, it's been your boy TGK. Appreciate y'all watching. Leave a like. Consider subscribing. Consider becoming a member. And until next time, we out. Adios.